Welcome. The archive is now open. Tonight, from our restricted collection, we are unsealing 7 case files documenting the unexplained phenomena of Highway 84. The accounts you are about to hear are not fiction. They have been meticulously sourced from official patrol dashcam logs, dispatcher communication transcripts, and forensic vehicle recovery reports and preserved within this archive for professional review. The world believes these stories are lost to time. We ensure they are not forgotten. If you believe that certain knowledge must be preserved, subscribe to the Nocturnal Archive and activate the notification bell to be alerted of our next acquisition. After reviewing these files, leave your own analysis or related experiences in the comments below. Now, find your comfort in the darkness. Let the noise of the day fade as we access the first file. File identification, Case 8, 4 Void. Primary audio compilation subject, Officer Christian, redacted source. Unit 7 Alpha dashboard camera, body microphone, dispatch logs date, February 12, 2018. Archivist note. The following transcript has been compiled from raw digital telemetry and audio files. All pauses, background static, and mechanical sounds are noted to establish the environmental baseline prior to the anomaly. Source: body cam location, NEM, State Police Substation, Santa Rosa. Audio initiates. The sound of a heavy metal door closing is audible. Footsteps on concrete. The rhythm is steady. Cadence, approximately 90 steps per minute. The rustle of synthetic fabric polyester blend uniform is constant against the microphone receiver. Subject initiates pre-patrol vehicle inspection. The sound of a trunk latch releasing. Subject: Unit 7, Alpha, pre-flight check. Mileage start: 84,302. Exterior assessment: the sound of a hand slapping a tire sidewall. 4 impacts, spaced 10 seconds apart. Subject: tire pressure visual check. Rear left appears nominal. Rear right, nominal. Fronts are good. Light bar test, a mechanical click. A low-frequency hum is audible as the overhead LED array activates. The hum cycles through 3 distinct pitches as the pattern changes. Subject: strobes functional. Takedown lights functional. Alley lights. Left side bulb is flickering, noting for maintenance request. Unit is serviceable. The trunk closes. The driver's side door opens. The chime of the key and ignition warning sounds a repetitive, sharp electronic tone at 120 beats per minute. The seatbelt clicks into the receiver. The chime ceases. Source: dashcam. Dispatch: Channel B location, Highway 84. Southbound engine RPM settles to idle at 800. The ambient noise floor drops significantly as the windows are rolled up. The primary sound is the low drone of the tires on asphalt and the intermittent crackle of the radio scanner. Subject: Dispatch: this is 7 Alpha. Show me 10 to 8, 10 to 41, en route to Sector 4. Dispatch: 10 to 4, 7 Alpha. Show you 10 to 8 at 23:15. Be advised, Sector 4 has 0 active calls. You are clear for patrol. Subject: copy. 7 Alpha, clear. The vehicle accelerates. The engine noise increases in pitch. The sound of the turn signal indicator clicks 3 times, then stops. Source: dashcam interior. The patrol vehicle is maintaining a steady velocity of 65 miles per hour. The visual feed shows only the illuminated cone of the headlights against the asphalt. The white center lines pass at a rhythmic interval of approximately 0.8 seconds. Subject is observed adjusting the climate control array. The sound of a plastic dial turning. The fan speed increases. Subject: dictation to self. Temperature drop noted. Dashboard reads 34 degrees Fahrenheit. Wind shear audible on the driver's side pillar. Gusts estimated at 15 to 20 miles per hour from the northwest. Subject reaches for a thermos in the center console. Unscrews the lid. Liquid is poured. The lid is screwed back on. The thermos is returned to the holder. Subject: visibility is clear. No precipitation. High beams activated. The click of the multi-function stalk. The lighting on the road's surface intensifies. The peripheral scrub brush, sage and mesquite becomes visible in the sidewash of the lights. There's no movement in the vegetation. Source: Dashcam interior. The vehicle continues southbound. Traffic density is 0. No other vehicles have been observed in the northbound or southbound lanes for 27 minutes. The silence in the cabin is only broken by the cyclic scanning of the radio receiver, which stops briefly on static before resuming its search loop. Subject engages the onboard radar unit. An electronic beep confirms activation. Subject: radar check. Front antenna test. Rear antenna test. Calibrating fork test, required for log. The sound of metal, striking metal. A tuning fork being struck against the steering wheel. A high-pitched tone resonates. Subject: audio tone clear. Digital readout confirms 35 miles per hour on the fork. Calibration verified. System active. The subject settles back into the seat. The leather creaks. He checks his watch. He checks the dashboard clock. He syncs the time. Subject: time check. 23:42. Mile marker 238 passing. Source: body cam. The vehicle slows. The indicator clicks. The vehicle pulls onto the gravel shoulder. The crunch of tires on loose aggregate is loud and distinct. The vehicle comes to a complete halt. The transmission is shifted into park. Subject: 7 Alpha to dispatch. 10 to 20 check. Dispatch: go ahead 7 Alpha. Subject: location is mile marker 242. Stationary for 5 minutes to complete paperwork. Everything is 10 to 4. Dispatch: copy 10 to 4, 7 Alpha. Check in again at 0:30. Subject: roger. The interior light is switched on. The rustle of paper. The scratching of a pen on a citation pad. The subject is not writing a ticket. He is filling out the daily activity log. The sound is repetitive scratch, pause, scratch, pause. The subject sighs. It is a long exhalation through the nose. Subject: whispered. Quiet night. He reaches for the radio volume knob and turns it down slightly. The static hiss decreases. He taps the dashboard twice with his index finger. A rhythmic habit. Tap tap. Pause. Tap tap. Sourcey. Dashcam interior. The vehicle is back in motion. Speed is 55 miles per hour. The terrain has flattened. The horizon is a flat, black line indistinguishable from the sky, save for the presence of stars. Subject adjusts the rearview mirror. He leans forward, squinting slightly through the windshield. Subject: debris on roadway. Mile marker 245. The vehicle swerves slightly to the left to avoid an object. The suspension compresses and rebounds. Subject: visual confirmation. Tire tread separation. Truck casing. Lane cleared. He reaches for the microphone but hesitates. He releases the button without speaking. He decides against reporting the debris, likely deeming it a non-hazard for the current zero traffic conditions. Source: dashcam audio. Unfiltered, a low-frequency interference pattern begins to manifest on the audio recording. It sounds like a rhythmic pulsing, similar to a helicopter rotor but digital in nature. Subject taps the radio console. Subject: interference on the scanner. Squelch adjustment. The sound of the squelch knob being turned. The static pitch changes but the pulsing remains. Subject: check, check. 7 Alpha radio, check. There is no reply. The pulsing sound increases in volume by 3 decibels. Subject glances at the GPS unit mounted on the dashboard. Subject: GPS signal lost. Acquiring satellites. Strange. Sky is clear. Line of sight should be optimal. He taps the screen. The screen does not respond. Subject: system reboot initiated on navigation. The startup chime of the GPS unit plays. It is at this moment that the ambient temperature sensor on the dashboard begins to fluctuate. The readout drops from 34 degrees to 28 degrees in the span of 4 seconds. Subject: thermostat malfunction. Dropping rapidly. Heater fan increased to high. The roar of the fan drowns out the low pulsing sound for a moment. The subject rubs his hands together. The friction of skin on skin is audible. Subject: dispatch, 7 Alpha. Radio check. Silence. Subject: dispatch, 7 Alpha. Do you copy? Only the hum of the tires and the fan. The baseline has been established. The isolation is confirmed. The technical systems are beginning to degrade. Source: Dispatch Channel B, Dashcam audio location, Highway 84, mile marker 240. The low-frequency hum of the patrol vehicle's engine is the dominant audio track, oscillating between 1,800 and 2,000 revolutions per minute as the cruise control manages throttle input against the slight gradient of the terrain. The cabin air circulation system is set to low, producing a consistent white noise at approximately 35 decibels. Subject reaches for the radio microphone. The coil cord stretches with a faint plastic scratching sound against the center console. Subject: Santa Rosa Dispatch. This is 7 Alpha. Conducting scheduled status check. Time is 23:47. There is a 4-second delay. Static hiss is audible, followed by the squelch tone of the dispatcher keying the microphone. 7 Alpha. Go ahead with status. Subject: Location is mile marker 240 southbound. Traffic conditions remain 0. No contacts. No stranded motorist. Everything is code 4. All quiet. Dispatch: Copy code 4 at mile marker 240. Next check-in scheduled for 017. Be advised. San Miguel County reports gusting winds north of your position. Keep an eye on high-profile vehicles. Subject: Copy wind advisory. 7 Alpha clear. Subject replaces the microphone in the dashboard clip. The metal clip engages with a sharp clack. Source: vehicle telemetry data. Dashcam video visual feed confirms the vehicle is maintaining a velocity of 62 miles per hour. The lane keeping assist system is active. The steering wheel makes micro adjustments visible as slight twitches of the subject's left hand every 15 to 20 seconds to compensate for the road crown. Subject initiates a visual scan of the instrument cluster. Subject: Instrument scan. Coolant temperature steady at 195 degrees. Oil pressure 45 pounds per square inches. Battery voltage 14.2 volts. Fuel level at 3/4 tank. Range estimate 210 miles. Subject shifts weight in the driver's seat. The synthetic fabric of the uniform pants rubs against the seat bolster. He extends his right arm, stretching the tricep, then returns the hand to the steering wheel at the 4 o'clock position. Source: Bodycam biomonitor. Integrated vest sensor. Biometric telemetry logged by the officer's smart vest indicates a resting heart rate of 64 beats per minute. Respiration is slow and rhythmic at 14 breaths per minute. Galvanic skin response sensors show no spikes in conductivity, indicating a lack of physiological stress or arousal. Subject creates a new entry in the Mobile Data Terminal, MDT, laptop mounted to the right of the driver's seat. The sound of typing is audible, staccato plastic clicks. Subject reading aloud while typing. Patrol. Sector 4. Checked. Perimeter. Secure. No. Incidents. He hits the enter key. A soft system chime confirms the data upload. Subject. Log updated. He reaches into the passenger seat footwell and retrieves a microfiber cloth. He removes his prescription wireframe glasses. Subject. Lens cleaning. Visual acuity is temporarily reduced as the subject navigates via peripheral vision for approximately 12 seconds while polishing the lenses. He replaces the glasses. He adjusts the nose pads. He blinks 3 times rapidly to refocus. Source: Dashcam interior. The vehicle passes a road sign. The reflective material flares white in the high beams before sliding out of frame to the left. Subject passing intersection with County Road 81. No cross traffic observed. Signage appears intact. Subject engages the turn signal. The rhythmic tick-tock sound fills the cabin. The vehicle changes lanes from the right lane to the left lane, then back to the right lane. Subject lane change test complete. Suspension response on lane transition is normal, no drift detected. The turn signal is cancelled. Silence returns, save for the engine drone and the tires. Audio. Analyzer forensic reconstruction. The audio recording captures a faint, low-frequency vibration. Initial analysis suggests this is likely the vehicle's tires moving over a different grade of asphalt. The pitch shifts down by a semitone. Subject yawns. The intake of breath is audible for 3.5 seconds. Subject hydration check. Subject retrieves the thermos again. He unscrews the cap. He takes 2 swallows of liquid coffee. Black. He replaces the cap. Subject. Caffeine intake logged. Alertness level, nominal. He glances at the side view mirror. Subject. Mirror check. No rear approach. Total isolation confirmed. Mile marker. 245 approaching. Source. Dispatch log. System diagnostic. The vehicle's automated license plate reader system performs a self-diagnostic cycle. The infrared emitters on the roof-mounted cameras flash invisibly to the naked eye but are captured as purple bursts on the dashcam's night vision spectrum. Subject. ALP are cycling. System reports. 0 reads. Target density is null. Subject taps the dashboard near the radio unit. Subject. Radio is quiet. Almost too clear. Usually get some bleed over from the truckers on Channel 19 out here. Tonight, nothing. Noise floor is effectively 0. He adjusts the squelch knob down, opening the channel to maximum sensitivity. The result is a steady, white noise static. He listens to the static for exactly 15 seconds. Subject. No chatter. Resetting squelch to standard threshold. He turns the knob back. The static cuts out instantly, returning the cabin to silence. Source. Biomonitor. Dashcam subject checks his wrist chronograph. Subject. Time is 0:12. 5 minutes to next scheduled check-in. Current location. Mile marker. 246.5. Approaching the depression near the Arroyo Seco Bridge. Biometric data remains flat. Heart rate 65 BPM. Blood pressure 120/78. The subject is physically relaxed. There is no anticipation of an event. The environment is stable. The vehicle is functioning within all specified parameters. The subject hums a single, monotone note for 2 seconds, then stops. Subject. Bridge crossing. Structure appears sound. The sound of the tires changes pitch again as the vehicle crosses the concrete deck of the bridge. Thump, 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 thump. The vehicle returns to asphalt. Subject. Sector 4 remains clear. Source. Dashcam interior. Radio scanner. The interior of the patrol vehicle remains consistent. Engine RPM is steady at 1,900. The tires create a monotone drone on the asphalt. A new audio artifact appears on the recording. It is a rhythmic, low-frequency pulsing sound, registering at approximately 4 Hz. Thrum, thrum, thrum. It is barely audible above the road noise. Subject lifts his head slightly, tilting his left ear toward the radio console. Subject. Audio anomaly detected. Sounds like shielding feedback. He reaches for the radio receiver. He adjusts the volume knob, turning it counterclockwise. The static volume decreases, but the pulsing sound remains constant in the cabin environment. Subject. Volume at 0. Pulse persists. Origin is not the radio receiver. He places his hand on the dashboard plastic, fingers spread. Subject. Tactile vibration detected in the dashboard assembly. Minimal, but present, confirming engine temperature. He glances at the cluster. Subject. Temp, normal. Fan belt integrity appears nominal. No squealing. Source of vibration, unknown. Source, mobile data terminal. GPS unit. The screen of the mounted laptop flickers. It is a single frame of black, followed by a return to the standard map display. 3 seconds later, the screen flickers again, this time for 2 seconds. Subject. MDT display failure. Intermittent power loss. Subject taps the screen. Subject. Touch. Interface. Unresponsive. System lag. The GPS map on the screen begins to redraw. The icon representing the patrol vehicle, Unit 7, Alpha, jumps from the center of the road to a position on the far right of the screen, approximately 20 miles into the desert topography. Subject. GPS triangulation error. Unit shows location. Sector 9. Grid 44. That is incorrect. I am on Highway 84. He watches the screen. The icon jumps again. This time it relocates to the top left corner. Subject. Satellite signal variance. Jumping quadrants, now showing position near Las Vegas. Error margin exceeds 50 miles. Subject size. He reaches for the power button on the GPS unit. He holds it down for 5 seconds. The unit powers down with a descending electronic tone. He waits 5 seconds. He presses the button again. The startup screen appears. Subject. Initiating hard reboot of navigation system. Note for maintenance. Receiver antenna may be loose or damaged. Source. Radio scanner uncontrolled activation. While the GPS reboots, the police radio scanner activates spontaneously. The digital display lights up bright green. The channel indicator scrolls rapidly, cycling through frequencies at a rate of 10 per second. Subject. Scanner malfunction. It's cycling without input. The cycling stops abruptly on frequency 154.9. The speaker emits a burst of high-pitched static, measuring 95 decibels. Subject flinches. His right hand jerks toward the volume knob. Subject. Squelch break. High gain. He twists the knob. The volume does not decrease. The static continues at maximum output. Subject. Volume control ineffective. Potentiometer failure. He hits the power button on the radio faceplate. The radio does not turn off. The static pitch shifts upward, moving from white noise into a screeching tone similar to a dial-up modem handshake, but sustained. Subject. Power switch unresponsive. Unable to kill audio. Subject reaches under the dashboard, near the passenger footwell. The sound of plastic panels being pulled. Subject. Accessing fuse panel. Attempting to pull fuse 14. Radio circuit. The sound of a plastic clip snapping. The rustling of movement. A sharp tug. The static cuts out instantly. The silence in the cabin returns, heavy and sudden. Subject. Breathing rate. 18 breaths per minute. Fuse pulled. Circuit interrupted. Audio terminated. Radio unit is dead-lined. Source, vehicle telemetry. Dashboard voltmeter. Subject sits back up in the driver's seat. He adjusts his uniform collar. He checks the rear-view mirror. Subject. Electrical system instability noted. Checking voltmeter. The camera focuses on the instrument cluster. The needle on the voltage gauge is oscillating wildly. It swings from 12 volts up to 18 volts, then drops to 9 volts. The dashboard backlights dim and flare in sync with the needle movement. Subject. Voltage regulator failure. Alternator output is surging, spiking to 18 volts. Risk of ECU damage. The headlights of the vehicle dim significantly for 3 seconds, reducing visibility of the road ahead to near zero. The subject applies the brakes. The vehicle decelerates from 65 miles per hour to 40 miles per hour. Subject. Headlight failure. Intensity dropping. Visual range compromised. The lights flare back to full brightness, glowing with an intensity that appears whiter than the standard halogen temperature. Subject. Surge. Filament overload imminent. I cannot drive with this fluctuation. It is a safety hazard. Source. Compass. Dashcam. Subject looks at the digital compass mounted on the rearview mirror. The red LED digits are flashing. Subject. Compass readout error. Heading displays. North-northwest. He looks out the windshield. The road is straight. He checks the analog magnetic compass mounted on the dash as a backup. The liquid-filled sphere is spinning. The ball rotates on its axis, unable to find magnetic north. Subject. Magnetic interference. Analog compass is spinning. No directional fix. Subject taps the glass of the compass. Subject. Fluid is not agitated. Needle is tracking a moving magnetic field. The field is rotating around the vehicle. Source. Bodycam biomonitor. Physiological telemetry shows a slight elevation in stress markers. Heart rate increases to 78 BPM. Skin conductivity rises by 12%. This is consistent with frustration regarding equipment failure. Subject observes his own arm. He holds his left forearm up to the dash light. Subject. Static charge buildup. Piloerection observed on forearm hair. The air is dry. Ozone smell detected. He sniffs the air audible. 3 short inhalations. Subject. Smell of ozone, similar to electrical arcing. Possible short in the wiring harness behind the firewall. Dashcam interior. The GPS unit completes its reboot cycle. The screen illuminates. It displays a map. Subject, GPS back online. Acquiring signal. The unit locks. The map stabilizes. The icon places the vehicle at mile marker 247. Subject, position fixed. Mile marker 247. Deviation from known location is negligible. It matches visual landmarks. The subject taps the steering wheel. Subject, electrical surge appears to have subsided. Voltmeter holding at 14.1. Headlights steady. Radio remains disabled via fuse. He looks at the road ahead. The darkness is absolute beyond the headlight cone. Subject, I am going to perform a static system check. I don't want to lose the headlights at speed. Pulling over to inspect the battery terminals and alternator leads, the indicator clicks. The vehicle begins to slow. Subject, initiating stop. Mile marker 247, pulling onto shoulder. Surface is gravel. The sound of tires leaving the pavement. Crunch, crunch, crunch. The vehicle comes to a halt. The transmission shifts to park. Subject, 7 Alpha is 10 to 23 at mile marker 247. Vehicle maintenance. Stop. Investigating electrical fault. He does not radio this in, as the radio fuse has been pulled. He is speaking only to the dashcam recorder. Source, dashcam exterior. Forward, facing. Highway 84, southbound, in motion. The video feed shows the illuminated cone of the headlights on the asphalt. The horizon is indistinguishable from the night sky due to zero light pollution. At timestamp 0 hours 15 minutes and 18 seconds, 3 distinct points of luminosity appear in the upper right quadrant of the frame, south-southwest bearing. The lights are amber in color. Estimated color temperature 2200 K. They are arranged in a triangular formation, equidistant from one another. The formation is stationary relative to the ground. The vehicle is moving at 40 miles per hour, decelerating. Source, dashcam interior. Subject is observing the voltage fluctuations on the dashboard, as noted in log 003. He glances up through the windshield. His head tilts 15 degrees to the right. Subject, visual contact. Aerial activity detected. 3 bogies. Bearing 210. Elevation approximately 35 degrees. He squints. He reaches for the visor, flips it down, then flips it back up, realizing it offers no aid in the darkness. Subject, high-intensity luminosity. Steady burn. No strobing navigation lights observed. No anti-collision beacons. This is non-standard aviation lighting. The subject returns his gaze to the instrument cluster, then back to the sky. Subject, correlation established. The voltage surge coincides with the proximity of these aircraft. It's an ECM, electronic countermeasures drill. He shakes his head, an expression of annoyance rather than fear. Subject, Holloman, or Canon AFB, must be running low-altitude interdiction exercises. They are jamming GPS and radio frequencies. That explains the static in the instrument cluster failure. Source, dashcam exterior. The vehicle continues to decelerate. The triangular formation in the sky rotates on its axis. The bottommost light moves to the top position in a fluid, counterclockwise motion. The rotation takes 2.4 seconds. The lights maintain perfect geometric spacing during the maneuver. There is no audio signature associated with the aircraft. The external microphone records only wind, shear, and tire noise. Source, dashcam interior. Handheld recorder. The vehicle comes to a complete halt on the gravel shoulder, mile marker 247. The subject shifts the transmission into park. He engages the emergency brake. The ratcheting sound of the brake lever is audible. Click, 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 click. Subject unclips a handheld digital voice recorder from his vest pocket. He depresses the record button. A high-pitched beep confirms activation. Subject, dictation. Officer Christian, Unit 7 Alpha. Supplemental log. Time is 0:16. I have pulled over at mile marker 247 due to vehicle electrical instability. I have visual on 3 unidentified aircraft performing maneuvers in Sector 4 airspace. He pauses. He looks out the side window. Subject. Aircraft are silent. No rotor wash noise. No jet turbine whine. Estimated distance. Hard to judge without reference points. Maybe 2 miles. Maybe 10. Intensity suggests they are closer. He taps the recorder against the steering wheel. Subject. I am initiating a report of unauthorized airspace intrusion. These pilots are operating without navigation lights in a civilian corridor and utilizing active jamming equipment that is interfering with emergency services hardware. I'm going to get a plate number or a tail number if they come lower. Source. Dashcam, exterior. The lights in the sky descend rapidly. Vertical velocity is calculated at approximately 4,000 feet per minute based on the change in angle relative to the horizon. They stop abruptly at an estimated altitude of 500 feet above the desert floor. The formation breaks. The 3 lights separate, moving laterally in 3 different directions, west, east, and vertical, before snapping back to the original triangular formation. The movement is instantaneous, suggesting inertial dampening or zero mass characteristics. Source. Dashcam interior subject unbuckles his seatbelt. The mechanism retracts with a zipping sound. He opens the glove box. He retrieves a heavy-duty maglite flashlight. He tests the beam. It clicks on, cutting a bright white shaft through the dust motes in the cabin. Subject. I'm stepping out to assess the vehicle battery and get a clearer view of the aircraft. I need to verify if the alternator is frying the battery cells before I attempt to drive back to the station. He reaches for his portable radio, which is clipped to his belt. He attempts to key the mic. Subject. Dispatch. 7 Alpha. On foot at MM 247. Aerial activity overhead. Requesting flight plan verification for military traffic in this sector. He releases the button. There is no squelch tail, just dead air. Subject. Repeater is definitely jammed. I am operating solo. No comms. He adjusts his jacket. He checks his service weapon in the holster, a standard retention check. He pushes down on the grip to ensure it is seated. Subject. Going 10 to 6 busy. Investigating source of interference. Source. Bodycam subject opens the driver's side door. The door chiming alarm sounds ding, 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 indicating the key is still in the ignition and the door is ajar. Subject steps out onto the gravel. The sound of boots on loose rock is loud and crisp. The wind noise increases significantly on the microphone. He turns back toward the interior. He leans in. Subject. Leaving engine running to maintain heater core temp. It's 28 degrees out here now. Dropped another 6 degrees in the last 10 minutes. He grabs his hat from the passenger seat. He places it on his head. He adjusts the brim. Subject. If this is a Black Ops test, they are going to hear about it from the state police captain in the morning. You don't jam highway patrol radios. He stands up fully, closing the door partially but not latching it. The interior dome light remains on. The door chime continues its rhythmic warning. Ding, ding, ding. Subject walks toward the front of the vehicle. He shines the flashlight at the front grille. Subject. Headlights are flickering. Alternator whine is audible from the engine bay. High pitch. Frequency is escalating. He moves the light beam up, away from the car, pointing it toward the desert and the hovering lights. Subject. Okay. Let's see who you are. Source. Santa Rosa Dispatch Center. Audio log channel 1. The audio profile of the dispatch center is characterized by the low hum of cooling fans from the server rack and the intermittent sound of keystrokes. The operator is typing at a rate of approximately 45 words per minute. A digital tone sounds a sharp, 2-note chime, indicating a scheduled timer has expired. Unit 7. Alpha. Santa Rosa Dispatch. Status check. Time is 0:17. The operator releases the foot pedal used to key the microphone. The channel remains open for 10 seconds. The only audio return is the hiss of an open carrier wave, indicating a remote radio is keyed but transmitting no voice data or atmospheric interference. Dispatcher. 7 Alpha. Copy status check. The operator waits. She glances at the computer-aided dispatch CAD screen. The status icon for Unit 7 Alpha is yellow. indicating awaiting acknowledgement. Source: Unit 7 Alpha, handheld, recorder location, mile marker 247 exterior. Officer Christian is standing approximately 8 feet from the front bumper of the patrol vehicle. The wind noise on the microphone is moderate, registering at 12 miles per hour from the northwest. Subject: Christian. Supplemental entry: I am attempting to visually identify the aircraft. They have broken formation. The 3 lights are now hovering independently. He pauses, the sound of his boots shifting on the gravel. Scritch crunch. Subject: Target 1 is stationary at elevation 400 feet. Target 2 has descended to maybe 200 feet. Target 3 is circling the perimeter. Radius of turn is too tight for fixed-wing aircraft. No banking observed. It is turning flat. He clears his throat. Subject: I am getting a metallic taste in my mouth, similar to sucking on a penny, copper, or aluminum. It's distinct. He taps the microphone of the portable radio on his shoulder. Subject: Dispatch 7 Alpha. Do you copy? He releases the button. He waits. Subject: Negative contact. Portable showing a TX error on the LCD screen. Transmit inhibited. Source: Santa Rosa Dispatch Center. The dispatcher stops typing. She adjusts her headset. She changes the radio frequency selector from the primary repeater to the direct car-to-car channel, attempting to bypass potential repeater failure. Dispatcher: 7 Alpha, Santa Rosa. If you are copying, squelch twice. Silence. The audio meter on the console remains flatlining at negative 60 decibels. Dispatcher: Unit 7, Alpha. This is a welfare check. Please respond. She reaches for the phone on the console desk. She dials a 4-digit extension. Dispatcher: Sergeant, I have a non-responsive unit in Sector 4. Christian missed his 017 check. Radio is dead air. GPS last pinged at mm 247, but the signal quality is degraded. Supervisor: Keep trying. Send a ping to his MDT. It'll get 4 Bravo rolling from the north. Source: Unit 7 Alpha body cam handheld recorder. Subject is now walking away from the vehicle. The light from the headlights is behind him, casting a long, stretched shadow across the desert scrub. Subject: I am moving away from the vehicle to reduce the alternator noise. I need to hear the propulsion system of these craft. He stops walking. Subject: Okay. I am 20 yards out. Ambient noise is 0. There is no engine noise. No displacement of air. He holds the recorder up toward the sky. Subject: Recording for audio analysis. 10 seconds of silence. The recording captures 10.4 seconds of near silence. However, a spectrogram analysis reveals a rising frequency starting at 18,000 Hz and climbing to 22,000 Hz, just passing the threshold of human hearing. Subject: My hair is standing up, arms and neck. Significant static charge. The air feels heavy, viscous. He rubs his face, the sound of gloved hands on stubble. Subject: Visual update. Target 2 is descending further. It is. Landing? No. It is hovering just above the ground. Distance: 100 yards. It is illuminating the area beneath it. Source: Santa Rosa Dispatch Center. The dispatcher activates the alert tone 2. A piercing, oscillating electronic warble transmits across all frequencies in the district for 5 seconds. This signal is reserved for officer needs assistance or all units silence. Dispatcher: All units, stand by. Attempting to locate 7 Alpha. Unit 7 Alpha, acknowledge alert tone. She waits. The silence on the channel is absolute. Unit 4, Bravo. Are you en route? Unit 4 Bravo. Radio. 4 Bravo copy. I am rolling from the junction. ETA is 45 minutes. I'm pushing it, but it's a long haul. Wind is picking up out here. Dispatcher: Copy 4 Bravo. Be advised, 7 Alpha is unresponsive. Last known as MM 247. Approach with caution. Source: Unit 7, Alpha Body Cam. The subject stumbles slightly. The camera view pitches forward, showing the gravel and a patch of dry sagebrush, then rights itself. Subject: equilibrium issue. Slight dizziness. Vertigo. He looks at his hand. The video shows his hand trembling. Frequency of tremor: approximately 6 to 8 hertzes. Subject: motor control is degraded. I feel light, physically light, like on an elevator descending quickly. He looks back at the patrol car. The headlights are dimming again. They pulse rhythmically. Dim, bright, dim, bright. Subject: vehicle electrical system is syncing with the pulses from the object. The light, it's not amber anymore. It's shifting to violet. He takes a step back toward the car, then stops. Subject: no, I need to document this. It is changing shape. He raises the flashlight. The beam cuts through the dark, but appears to terminate abruptly about 50 feet out, as if hitting a wall of smoke or absorption material, though the air appears clear. Subject: flashlight beam is being absorbed? It's not reflecting off the brush. Light attenuation is 100% at 50 feet. That is not atmospherically possible. He taps the recorder. Subject: I am witnessing a localized physics anomaly. Light is not propagating correctly. Sound is dampened. I am shouting, but my voice sounds like it is inside a box. Source: bodycam location: 35 feet east of mile marker, 247. The camera frame is shaking rhythmically, consistent with the subject walking over uneven terrain. The ground is composed of compacted sand and scattered volcanic rock. The view is restricted to the reach of the flashlight beam, which appears to be losing intensity, casting a yellowish, weak light rather than the standard bright white LED output. Subject: I am attempting to triangulate position based on topography. Mile marker 247 should be flanked by the mesas to the east. Elevation 4,200 feet. He pans the flashlight to the left, east. The beam hits nothing. It extends into darkness until it dissipates. Subject: visual on mesa formation is negative. There is no horizon line. The terrain appears flat, infinite plain. He turns 180 degrees to face west, back toward the highway. Subject: looking west. I should see the silhouette of the Sangre de Cristo Mountains against the star field. They are 12,000 feet. They block the lower western sky. The camera scans the horizon. It is a seamless black void. Subject: negative. No silhouette. The horizon is empty. The mountains are missing. Source: biomonitor, body microphone. A sudden spike in the audio noise floor is detected. It is not audible to the human ear in the raw file, but manifests as a pressure wave on the microphone diaphragm. Subject: ear pressure. Pop. Equalizing. Ineffective. It feels like a rapid descent in unpressurized cabin. Swallowing to clear eustachian tubes. The sound of the subject swallowing hard. Gulp. Pause. Gulp. Subject: pressure is increasing. It's painful, sharp pain behind the eyes. Sinus cavity resonance. He touches his nose with a gloved hand. He pulls the hand away and shines the flashlight on the glove. The leather fingertip is stained with a dark fluid. Subject: epistaxis. Nosebleed. Bright red. Arterial pressure is likely elevated. He wipes the glove on his tactical pant leg. Source: bodycam. Subject looks up at the sky directly above him. Subject: star field analysis. Attempting to locate Polaris for cardinal alignment, finding Ursa Major. The camera points vertically. The lens captures points of light, but they are not arranged in recognized constellations. The distribution is uniform, a perfect grid of equidistant stars. Subject: configuration is wrong. That is not the northern hemisphere sky. That is a grid. The stars are spaced evenly. Mathematical distribution. He lowers his head, breathing rapidly. Rate: 22 breaths per minute. Subject: I am looking at the ground, checking the soil. This is not caliche clay. It looks like ash or pulverized glass. He kicks the ground with his boot. The dust that rises does not settle immediately. It hangs in the air, suspended. Subject: particulate matter is not responding to gravity correctly. Suspension time is prolonged. Gravity feels lighter, maybe 0.9 Gs. Source: handheld recorder. Subject brings the recorder close to his mouth. His voice has lost the tremor and become flat, almost robotic, a symptom of shock or extreme cognitive dissonance. Subject: dictation. Log update. The environment has been altered. I am no longer on Highway 84. The road is visible behind me, but the surrounding geography has been substituted. I am standing on a flat plane of unknown composition under a synthetic or non-standard star field. He pauses to take a breath. The sound is wet, indicating blood draining into the back of the throat. Subject: the 3 aerial targets are gone. Or rather, they have ceased to be light sources. I can feel a vibration in the ground. 19, maybe 20 hertz. It is coming from beneath my feet. He crouches down. The camera view lowers to ground level. He places his palm flat on the soil. Subject: ground is vibrating. Distinct mechanical rhythm. Thump, thump, thump. It is hollow. The ground is hollow. Source: body cam. The subject stands up abruptly. He turns back toward the patrol car, Unit 7 Alpha. The vehicle is approximately 50 feet away. The headlights are the only reference point in the void. Subject: returning to vehicle. I am initiating a retreat. I need to get inside the Faraday cage of the chassis. Maybe the radio will work if I bypass the fuse. He takes a step toward the car. Source: audio anomaly. A distinct sound is recorded. It is the sound of a heavy metal locking mechanism engaging. K. Chunk. The sound comes from the direction of the car, but seemingly from the air above it. Subject: vehicle status changed. Headlights have extinguished. Engine noise terminated. The patrol car is now dark and silent. It is a black shape against a black background. Subject: 7 Alpha is dark. No power. The battery is dead. I am effectively without cover. He shines his flashlight at the car. The beam reaches the vehicle, but something is wrong with the reflection. The car does not reflect the light. It appears matte, absorbing the beam entirely. Subject: reflectivity of the vehicle paint is 0. It looks like a cutout, a silhouette. Source: biomonitor. Heart rate drops suddenly from 110 BPM to 55 BPM. This drastic deceleration is inconsistent with panic response and suggests a physiological override or external sedation effect. Subject: I am calm. Why am I calm? My heart rate is slowing down. I can feel it. Thump. Pause. Thump. He looks at his hands. The flashlight beam is dimming to an orange glow. Subject: battery drain on the flashlight. 10% capacity. Darkness is imminent. He rotates the bezel of the flashlight, trying to focus the dying beam. Subject: I see movement near the vehicle. By the driver's door, something is standing there. He holds the light steady. The beam illuminates a pair of legs. They are wearing the same uniform trousers as the subject, black tactical pants with a reflective stripe. Subject: visual contact, humanoid figure, wearing my uniform. He raises the light higher. Subject: it is me. I am standing by the car. Body cam location: 35 feet east of Unit 7 Alpha. The camera is focused on the stationary figure standing adjacent to the driver's side door of the patrol vehicle. The figure is illuminated by the fading amber cone of the subject's flashlight. Subject: target identification, male, 6'1", wearing standard issue New Mexico State Police Class A uniform, black patrol trousers, gray shirt, badge number, unreadable due to glare. The subject takes one step forward. The gravel crunches. The figure at the car does not react to the sound. It remains perfectly motionless, arms at sides, head facing forward, south. Subject: target appears to be a visual echo, a reflection. He waves the flashlight beam left to right. The light passes over the figure. The figure casts a shadow on the vehicle door. Subject. Shadow confirms physical solidity. It is not a hologram. It is solid matter. He zooms the body cam lens, digital zoom 2x. The image pixelates slightly, then resolves. The figure's face becomes visible. Subject. Facial recognition match. 100%. It is my face. It is wearing my glasses. It has the same scar on the chin. The subject lowers the flashlight slightly. Subject. Equipment check on target. Belt rig is identical. Holster. Safariland 6360. Radio. Motorola APX 6000. Handcuff case. Taser X 26. He pauses. He looks down at his own belt. Subject. It is a duplicate, a simulacrum. Source. Bodycam biomonitor subject's respiration rate slows to 8 breaths per minute. This is contradictory to the visual stimulus, which should induce a hyperadrenergic response, panic. Instead, the subject enters a state of hypometabolic observation. Subject. Movement detected in peripheral vision. Sector 3, rear of vehicle. He pans the camera to the trunk area of the patrol car. A second figure steps out from behind the rear bumper. It is identical to the first. Same uniform, same height, same face. Subject. Target 2. Identical configuration. Also me. He pans left. A third figure is standing in the open desert, approximately 20 feet from the road. Identical. Subject. Target 3. Identical. He spins 180 degrees. The flashlight beam sweeps the darkness. Subject. Target 4. Target 5. Target 6. The camera reveals a semicircle of identical figures standing in the scrub brush. They are spaced exactly 6 feet apart. None of them are moving. They are all facing the subject. Subject. Count is 12. No, 15. They are multiplying. Geometric progression. Source. Remote radio. Relay dispatch. Channel direct. A blast of static cuts through the Santa Rosa Dispatch Center. It registers at plus 10 decibels over the standard noise floor. The audio quality is metallic and distorted, suffering from extreme packet loss. Unit 7, Alpha. I have an open carrier. Is that you? Subject radio. Dispatch. 7 Alpha. Go ahead, 7 Alpha. Status. Subject radio. There are too many of them. Dispatcher. Repeat. Too many of who? Do you have a crowd situation? Subject. Radio. Not a crowd. Iterations. They are all Unit 7 Alpha. They are standing in the grid. Voice stress analysis, VSA, of this transmission indicates a micro-tremor score of 12. Standard range for high stress is 40 to 60. The subject is calm. The tone is observational, not urgent. Subject. They should not be here. This is wrong. Conservation of mass violation. Where did the mass come from? Source. Bodycam. The subject is now turning in a slow circle. The flashlight beam is weak, glowing a dull orange. Subject. They are getting closer. Not walking, gliding. Displacement without locomotion. The figure closest to the subject, target 1, is now 5 feet away. The camera focuses on the target's eyes. Subject. Ocular assessment of target 1. Pupils are square, rectangular pupils, like a goat or an octopus. He reaches out his hand. He attempts to touch the target's uniform. Subject. Attempting physical contact. Verify tactile consistency. His gloved hand reaches for the target's shoulder. Just before contact, the video feed glitches. A sequence of artifacting frames, green and purple blocks, obscures the point of contact. When the video resolves 0.5 seconds later, the subject's hand is passing through the shoulder of the target. There is no resistance. The hand disappears into the fabric and emerges the other side. Subject. No solidity. Permeable. It is interference. A projection. He pulls his hand back. The glove is covered in a gray, viscous substance. Subject. Residue transfer. It's cold. Extremely cold. Numbing agent. Source audio spectrum analyzer. The ambient background noise changes. The silence of the desert is replaced by a low, mechanical thrumming. Analysis identifies the sound as thousands of voices whispering in unison. The audio is layered, creating a white noise effect that masks individual words. Filter application, high pass, noise reduction, isolates a single repeating phrase. Cycle complete, reformat, cycle complete, reformat, subject, audio hallucination, voices. They are speaking in binary? No. Syntax is rhythmic. He looks at the sky. The grid of stars begins to descend. The points of light grow larger. Subject. The ceiling is lowering. The sky is a physical surface. It is coming down. Source. Remote radio. Relay. Subject. Radio. Dispatch. Correction on previous. They are not just 7 alpha. They are drafts, previous versions. Christian, I need you to 10 to 2 to cancel. Get back in your vehicle. Lock the doors. Subject. Radio. I cannot enter the vehicle. It is full. Source bodycam subject shines the light into the patrol car window. The interior of the sedan is packed with human forms. Faces are pressed against the glass from the inside, distorted, smashed against the windshield, arms and legs tangled. All of them are wearing the subject's face. Subject radio. The cabin is at capacity. Occupancy limit exceeded. They are crushed in there. Fluid leakage observed around the door seals. He watches as a black liquid begins to weep from the bottom of the driver's door. Subject. They are taking me to the processing center. That's what the sky is. Source. Bodycam. The flashlight battery fails. The light output drops to 0. The video feed switches to infrared IR mode automatically. The IR illuminator activates. The scene is bathed in a monochromatic green glow. In IR, the empty space between the identical figures is revealed to be filled with a dense, fibrous web structure. Strands of material connecting the figures to the ground and to the sky. Subject, IR mode active. Webbing visible. We are all connected. Hard lines. He looks down at his own chest. An IR reflective strand is attached to the center of his vest. It extends upward into the dark. Subject. I am tethered. Connection confirmed. He tugs at the invisible line on his chest. His hand mimics the pulling motion but touches nothing solid. Subject. Tension on the line. I am being reeled in. Source. Dashcam forward digital zoom. 4x. Location. 30 feet south of vehicle. The video feed is grainy, operating in low light sensitivity mode. The subject, Officer Christian, is visible in the center of the frame. He is stationary, facing away from the vehicle, oriented toward the open desert, south. The posture of the subject is rigid. Arms are at his sides. The head is tilted backward at an angle of approximately 75 degrees. Subject audio from body mic. Tether tension is increasing. Force vector is vertical. I'm losing traction on the gravel. The camera records the subject's boots. The heels lift from the ground. The toes remain in contact for 1.2 seconds, dragging slightly across the aggregate. Subject. Elevation initiated. Feet are no longer in contact with the substrate. I am suspended. The subject begins to rise. The ascent is slow and linear. Rate of climb estimated at 0.5 meters per second. There is no flailing, no struggle. The body remains perfectly straight, consistent with a harness lift, though no external rigging is visible. Source. Dashcam frame 14,902. The subject is now approximately 4 feet above ground level. The identical figures simulacra previously observed in the perimeter remain on the ground. They track the subject's ascent with their heads tilting back in unison. Subject. Atmospheric density is changing. The air is thick. Fluid dynamics apply here. I am floating in a medium. He raises his right hand. The movement is slow, impeded by resistance. Subject. Viscosity is high, like moving through water or gel. The audio captures a sound similar to a heavy zipper being closed, a rapid, tearing noise. ZZZZZZZ. T. Subject. The grid is opening. The ceiling. It is not a solid surface, it is a aperture. Source. Frame analysis. Shadow anomaly. Archivist note. The following sequence describes a documented violation of optical physics. Frame 14940, 2012. The subject is 6 feet in the air. The vehicle headlights, which flickered back on momentarily at low voltage, cast a distinct shadow of the subject onto the desert floor. The shadow is elongated, stretching roughly 20 feet behind the hovering officer. The frame, 14941, 2012, 08. The subject remains in frame, suspended. However, the shadow on the ground is gone. The gravel where the shadow was cast is now illuminated by the headlights. Frame 14942, 2012, 11. The subject is still present. The shadow remains absent. Subject, disconnection from the ground plane complete. My shadow has detached. It stayed down there. He looks down. Subject, it is still on the ground. It is walking away. Independent movement. The camera captures the motion of a shadow without a casting object moving south across the ground at a rapid pace, disappearing into the darkness. Source. Body microphone. Final. Transmission. The ascent accelerates. The background noise shifts from the low mechanical thrum to a high-pitched harmonic resonance key of F number. The subject's breathing is steady. 12 breaths per minute. Subject. I am entering the light source. It is not thermal. Temperature is neutral. It is data. He pauses. Subject. Correction. It is not just data. It is an index, a catalog. The video image begins to overexpose. The top of the frame fills with white light. The subject is backlit, turning into a silhouette. Subject. Tell my wife I saw something beautiful and terrible. This is spoken in a monotone, observational voice. There is no inflection of sadness or fear. Subject. Beautiful in complexity, terrible in scale. They are taking me to the archive. Source. Dashcam. The subject is lifted out of the top of the frame. Only the boots are visible for a split second. Then they are gone. The camera is now recording empty space, the desert floor, the scrub brush. The identical figures are gone. The perimeter is empty. Subject, faint, distant audio, processing ID, Christian, status, archived, source system termination audio. A sharp pop, consistent with a vacuum tube implosion. The feed cuts to a test pattern. SMPTE, color bars, telemetry, signal, lost, Unit 7, Alpha transponder, offline. Source, Dashcam, Unit 4 Bravo, forward, location, Highway 84, mile marker 245 approaching scene. The patrol vehicle is traveling at 95 miles per hour. The siren is deactivated to prevent audible warning to potential suspects, but the light bar is active. The strobes illuminate the canyon walls in rhythmic flashes of red and blue. Subject, Santa Rosa, 4 Bravo. I have visual contact with the target vehicle, 1 mile out. It is stationary on the southbound shoulder. Dispatch, copy 4 Bravo. Any movement? Subject, negative. Vehicle is lit. Headlights are on. Takedown lights are active. It looks like a standard traffic stop configuration. Miller slows the vehicle. The roar of the engine drops as the transmission downshifts. Subject, closing distance, slowing to 20. High beams on. Source at Dashcam Unit 4 Bravo location, Highway 84. Mile marker 247 Unit 4 Bravo pulls up behind Unit 7 Alpha, offsetting the vehicle to the left to provide a safety lane. Miller engages the spotlight, aiming it directly at the driver's side mirror of the suspect vehicle. Subject, 4 Bravo is on scene. Time 15. Vehicle is Unit 7 Alpha. Engine is running, exhaust plume visible. Driver's door is standing open approximately 45 degrees. Miller does not exit immediately. He sits in the cabin, observing the scene through the windshield. Subject, No visual on Officer Christian. Interior dome light is on. Cabin appears empty. He unbuckles his seatbelt. He unlocks the shotgun rack between the seats. He removes the Remington 870. He racks the slide. Clack, clack. Subject. Deploying with long gun. I'm going to clear the vehicle. Source. Bodycam Unit 4 Bravo Miller exits his vehicle. The wind noise is severe, buffeting the microphone. He moves tactically towards 7 Alpha, keeping his weapon trained on the open door. Subject. Christian. Sound off. No response. Miller reaches the rear bumper of 7 Alpha. He places his hand on the trunk lid to check for latch engagement. It is secure. He moves along the side panel. He reaches the open driver's door. He swings his weapon to cover the interior. Subject. Driver's seat clear. Passenger seat clear. Rear seat clear. He lowers the weapon slightly. He leans into the cabin. Subject. Heater is running at max capacity. It's hot in here, maybe 85 degrees. Defroster is on. He scans the interior with his flashlight. Subject. Equipment check. MDT laptop is open. Screensaver active. Portable radio is missing? No, wait. It's on the floorboard. Miller reaches down and picks up the handheld radio from the rubber floor mat. He inspects it. Subject. Radio is powered on. Volume is up. Channel selector is set to channel 14. That's not a patrol channel. That's maintenance. He places the radio on the seat. He looks at the dashboard. Subject. Fuse panel cover is removed on the driver's sidekick panel. Fuses are scattered on the floor. Looks like he pulled the main comm circuit. Why would he do that? Source. Bodycam. Handheld FLIR. Miller holsters the shotgun in the vehicle. Not standard protocol, but he requires hands-free for the thermal imager. He retrieves a FLIR forward-looking infrared monocular from his belt. He activates the device. The view shifts to a grayscale palette where white indicates heat and black indicates cold. Subject. Initiating thermal sweep. 360 degrees. He looks at Unit 7 Alpha. The hood glows white. Engine heat. The tires glow light gray. Friction heat. The exhaust pipe is bright white. He pans to the ground outside the driver's door. Subject. No thermal footprints. Ground temp is uniform. If he walked away, the heat transfer from his boots has already equalized with the ambient temperature. He scans the desert. The screen is a uniform expanse of dark gray. Subject. No biological signatures in range. No coyotes. No rabbits. No suspect. It's dead out here. Source. Bodycam. Miller switches back to the standard maglite. He crouches down near the driver's door. Subject. Checking for sign. Ground surface is loose gravel over hard-packed sand. Good medium for impressions. He finds the first print immediately. Subject. Footprints located. Standard issued Danner patrol boot. Size 11. Tread pattern matches Christian's issued gear. He follows the prints. He counts his steps. Subject. 1, 2, 3. Stride length is normal. Walking pace. No toe dig, so he wasn't running. No scuff marks, so he wasn't dragged. He walks 30 feet from the car. The circle of light from his flashlight illuminates the ground. Subject. Track. Continues. Heading south, southeast, into the open scrub. He takes 3 more steps. He stops. Subject. Tracks terminate. He shines the light forward. Unbroken, smooth sand. Subject. Okay, I'm losing the trail. Let me backtrack. He walks back to the last clear print. He kneels. He shines the light across the surface at a low angle. Raking light to reveal texture. Subject. Here is the last print. Left boot. Deep impression in the heel. He put weight here. Miller shines the light forward again. Subject. There is no next step. The ground in front of the toe is undisturbed. The crust on the sand is intact. He shines the light to the left. Untouched. To the right. Untouched. Subject. He didn't turn. He didn't jump. A jump would leave deep impact marks on landing. There are no landing marks. He looks up. He shines the light into the air. Subject. Tracks end at step 14. Subject. Cease to be on the ground. Sourcey. Bodycam Miller stands up. He turns in a slow circle, illuminating the desert. Subject. 4 Bravo to dispatch. Go ahead, 4 Bravo. Subject. I have a 10-9-9 officer in distress. Missing. Vehicle secured. Officer Christian is not on scene. I have a trail of footprints that leads 30 feet into the desert and ends abruptly. Ends. Did he enter another vehicle? Subject. Negative. No tire tracks. No other vehicle sign. The footprints just stop. It looks like he was lifted. Copy. Launching the helicopter. Star Chase 1 is spinning up now. ETA 40 minutes. Source. Dashcam Unit 4 Bravo Miller returns to the patrol vehicles. He walks between them. The wind is picking up, whistling through the open door of Christian's car. He leans into Christian's car one last time to turn off the headlights, which are dimming and brightening rhythmically. Subject. Turning off ignition on 7 Alpha to preserve battery and fuel. He reaches for the key. He pauses. He looks at the dashboard instrument cluster. The odometer. Subject. Noting mileage. 84,315. He turns the key. The engine cuts out. The silence rushes back in. Immediate and overwhelming. The only sound is the ticking of the cooling metal manifold. Tick, tick, tick. Miller withdraws from the vehicle. He closes the door. It latches with a solid mechanical thud. Subject. Vehicle secured. Scene secured. He walks back to his own unit. He sits in the driver's seat but leaves the door open, 1 foot on the ground, watching the empty spot where the footprints ended. Subject. Dictation to self. It's too quiet. Even the wind stopped. He checks his watch. Subject. Time 1:22. Waiting for air support. The camera stares into the dark. The red and blue strobes from Miller's car reflect off the chrome bumper of the empty Unit 7 Alpha. Flash. Darkness. Flash. Darkness. The archive is now closed. Until we unseal the next file, sleep well.